All right, what's up, guys? Today, I thought I would do a quick little T86 review. This was the new event vehicle that I guess you were able to get a couple days ago. I think it was the 16th you were able to get, or the 15th, I think was the first day it was available. I got it yesterday, so, there's that. Quick. Well, first of all, I've had a lot of really good matches with this thing today. I've gotten two nukes with it today. What can I say? So this one I ultimately decided to go for in terms of recording because I got a 10 kill streak with it. I think I got like 15, 16 kills this game. So not bad. Not bad at all. So what is my final judgment on the T86 after about... So first of all, my KD with it is about 2.5, and I have about a 57% win rate, which is pretty typical for my American vehicles, 57%. Some of them are a little lower, but 57% is usually where it kind of ultimately settles at after about 100 matches or so. So far, in terms of my win rate, I am pretty much on par with the rest of my US vehicles. And first of all, there was... Oh, geez, that's a weird glitching right there from the side. First of all, there was a lot of weird, or there's a lot of concern about this thing basically just having paper armor, it being dog shit, basically getting all the bad things from the M18 and all the bad things from like a Sherman. And they're not necessarily wrong with that, or that opinion is not necessarily wrong. The issue with it is that doesn't mean that it's still not a bad vehicle. Because, we're talking about, like... Okay, so let me just start off with the brass tacks. So, first, for starters, you have a stabilizer, which is fucking nuts. Having a stabilizer, a short-stop stabilizer, which pretty much every Sherman gets, with the exception of, like the Super Sherman and, like, the M4A3 105. They all get, short-stop stabilizers. So within 24 kilometers an hour, 25... Okay, yeah, I don't know what the fuck this team was doing right here. But, yeah, they're just all sitting right here. Me and this other T86 basically wiped them out right here. It's kind of funny. I don't know what's going on with my sight, but anyways, you have a short-stop stabilizer. You have a 76, which the 76 ain't bad. The 76 is not a bad cannon. Even on like an unstabilized like M18, the 76 ain't bad. You have a great reload time. You have good enough penetration. I would say the penetration is good enough. And, really it's the reload time that really takes the cake in regards to the, to like the M3, or sorry, not the M3, the M176. Other than that, it's a pretty decent cannon round. I think it's better than the 85. I think that it's on par with like an 88. It just doesn't have the penetration, but it has a lot of other things going on, like fire rate, which is pretty fucking important. So the one thing that some people were talking about was that the vehicle is so big that the armor could act almost like a spaced armor. I have not found that to be the case. A lot of the times when I get hit by heat, it's enough to overpressure me. When I get hit by HE, it is enough to overpressure me. The only times that I have found the armor, or kind of the empty space, to be kind of good in the T86 is when you're getting shot from the side or at an awkward angle. But the thing is that basically applies to the M18 as well, which is you're going to see I'm about to use right now. One of the nice things about the M18, and why I think that it's a much better light vehicle over the Walker Bulldog, is you have incredible survivability in regards to getting hit. There's a lot of times where I will get hit, the round will go in one end, out the other. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll be fucked up, I'll be damaged, but, I'll still be alive. Whereas like a Walker Bulldog, you're a one-hit, you're just a one-hit fucking tinderbox waiting to get shot. And that kind of sucks. Now, I have noticed that the survivability of the T86 is on par with the M18. Really, if you want the like best kind of look about it, the T86 is basically a M18 with a stabilizer, and that's about it. It's slower, which sucks. You know, the top speed is slower, but it's still, you know, the thing is that you're still faster than virtually every other vehicle. Just driving on like a dirt road, like open, no turns, no, you know, inclines, no, you know, weird fucking things you have to, you know, navigate. You can get up to about 62, 65 miles an hour, or I'm sorry, kilometers an hour. That's not bad. You know, that's not bad. So it's a light vehicle. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's basically a M18 with a stabilizer that has virtually all the good things about it and also all the bad things about it. That's about all I can say. Now, in terms of playstyle, I have noticed that because of your big speed, because of your large size, you cannot play it like a rat, obviously. I mean, you are one of the biggest vehicles probably at this BR in terms of like volume. And, you know, of course, that kind of begs the question, you know, how do you play it? I have found, I mean, and I think this was a good kind of a demonstration of a you know, good example of how to play the T86, is you don't bum rush with them. You do not push with the T86. You kind of hover around where the fighting is. You don't push them. You don't push the enemy, but you don't fall back either. And you know, you sort of lurk around the front line. And if you see an opportunity to push, by all means. But, you know, if you're not going to be able to push, then just stay back and let like a Sherman or, you know, a heavier tank take over a point for you. So that's obviously good. I mean, overall, I think that a lot of the crying and complaining about the T86, because I remember when the Battle Pass vehicle, the T44, you know, FM, the first modification came out, you know, a lot of people's crying was, oh my God, it's just a copy-paste vehicle. Well, you know, here's Gaijin trying to implement like a pretty fun, unique vehicle. I think this is like the first like genuine, unique event vehicle we've had in years. I mean, you know, fucking years. And for them to actually do something like this is actually pretty cool, especially for D-Day. That's what the whole point of the, you know, of the event was D-Day. Because, you know, the Russians just got to copy-paste T-34-85. It's kind of nuts. You know, you can have like an entire lineup of fucking T-34-85s. Like 3 of them are premium. Like you can have the Partisan, the 85E, like the Tech Tree one, the T5T, and apparently they're adding in a new T34 with a stabilizer. I don't know when that's going to come out. I really want the Hell on Wheels pack. I actually pre-ordered the Hell on Wheels pack, so it comes with the M18, the M4A3, you know, the HVSS, you know, EZ8, and the Skink. And I pre-ordered it thinking, you know, that once the update dropped, you know, I should be able to get it. And I guess the update hasn't dropped or something, or maybe I haven't updated my game, or I don't really know what's going on. But you know, so I once I get the fucking Hell on Wheels pack, man, this is gonna be a fucking nasty 6.0 lineup. America at 6.0 is already really good, so you know, it's just gonna get better. And here's a Skink. You know, people shit on the Skink a lot. It's not bad. I'm gonna say it right now. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad. And then here, I actually kill this guy right here. I actually snipe him out of the air. I think I get his tail. So there's 16 kills right there. And this is kind of fucking stupid. So right when the match ends, oh yeah, overall, I would say on the scale 1 to 10, I would give the T86 a B+. It's like an 88 out of 100, 8.8 out of 10. It's a good vehicle. If you haven't played it yet, I'd recommend it. So watch, look at this. I hit him right there. Match ends. So didn't get it. Almost 17 kills. But yeah, no. So see you guys later.